What's up guys, I'm Tim with BleepinJeep.com. Are you ready for a Project Green Machine update video and walk around? I know I am, it's been a long time. Where the heck are the videos, you might be wondering. This video is going to be about where the heck the videos are. So for this video I think it's going to be best if I take the camera off the tripod and we'll just do a handheld walk around. I'll explain to you guys what's going on and show you the Jeep and where it's at. Let's get to it. Boom, there it is. Project Green Machine, alive and well. It is on the road, it is driving, it has had a shakedown, that's for sure, and it runs and drives really good. The front bumper situation along with the winch is temporary. I don't intend to keep it there that high up. There's a couple things that I did hastily on this Jeep and a couple things that were not done hastily at all, and they came out really good. Thankfully the things that were hastily done were not really critical things and they're easily correctable. So where the heck are all the videos on Project Green Machine, you might be wondering. So as you know, this was at my buddy's shop, Rock and Road Performance, where I occasionally lend a hand and help out down there in California. What happened is we were trying to get this Jeep ready for a trip where Matt and Tyler and myself we're all going to meet up in Moab, Utah and go wheeling. Well, when we started talking about this trip, I had plenty of time, about 2.5–3 months, to get this Jeep built up from stock to about where it is right now. And that normally would have been plenty of time to get all that stuff done. But like with any project, there were some things that came up that slowed down the process. One of which a customer's vehicle was on the lift and parts were back ordered from the manufacturer, and without those parts it was stuck on the lift at the shop for a long time. So those parts finally came in, we were able to get that F-150 off the lift, and then that freed up the lift so that I could begin working on my Jeep at the shop. And when that happened, when the truck left the lift, I had 6 days to tear this Jeep down, swap in these axles that I'd been working on, do all the custom link, suspension, everything, and get it together if I was going to make the Utah trip. I really wanted to do it, so I had plenty of motivation. And basically the reason you're not seeing a lot of how-to videos on all of this is because it would have been absolutely impossible to film everything that had to be done on this Jeep in order to get it ready for Utah. However, I did methodically document with photos everything step by step that went into this build, and that's why you've been seeing some videos that are not necessarily how-to related, but they're just a video on how I did certain things. So that's what's up. More of those videos will be coming. So you know, don't expect detailed how-tos. Feel free to comment below on the videos if you have any specific questions, and I would love to answer your questions for you. But basically it's just going to be video documentation of this build, what went into it. If I ran into problems, I'll be sure to let you know, and if I can voice over some how-to stuff briefly in the video slideshow videos, I will certainly do that. So that's the down low on what's going on there. What the bleepin' Jeep happened to the fenders, you might also be wondering. That's right, Matt happened to the fenders, and that's okay. It was a necessary evil, and I'll tell you why. One of those hastily things that happened while putting this Jeep together was improper bump stops. Since then I've actually added taller springs. I originally had 3-inch springs on here and just a very small bump stop. I've added 2.5 inches to the bump stop towers and 4.5-inch coil springs instead of 3, and hopefully that will solve my problems. The fender cut was a necessary evil because upon arriving in Utah, we immediately went wheeling And even though I did have this Jeep on an RTI ramp and thought I had the bump stops figured out, it was evident that I did not. So right away on the very first obstacles, I started smashing my brand new tires from Treadwright into my fenders, which promptly slashed the tires all the way around, all 4 of them, as well as destroyed the fenders. So once we got to Moab, the place we were renting had power, and Matt kindly offered his artistic zip wheel abilities and got right to it with the grinder, which absolutely solved my problem. There's plenty of room now, no contact issues in the front. The rear I did have issues with. I trimmed a little bit of this before going on the trail, and now it's nice and radiused in right here. That was done by the tire. Consequently, I have slashes all over these tires. Some of them go completely through the lugs down into the carcass of the tire, and that really sucks because these tires, they were a sponsored item to me from Treadwright, but nonetheless they are brand new tires, and I don't care if I got them for free in exchange for videos, or if I bought them. I wouldn't want to do that to any tire, and I slashed all 4 of them pretty good. Even with the deep slashes in the tires, I have put about 4,000 miles on them, which included driving out from California to Utah and back to Oregon where I am now. And I haven't had any problem with the tires at all, and I have not experienced them to be noisy on the road or anything like that. One thing I did want to mention real quick about Treadwright is on their website, they state that if you air down their tires that the warranty is void. And a lot of people online and forums, they really give Treadwright a lot of flack for that, but it's really a CYA thing from a tire company, and all tire manufacturers do have that same criteria, whether or not it's printed in the warranty. I looked through BF Goodrich's warranty pretty extensively, and I couldn't find anything about that, so I called them myself and talked to a representative just to see what they had to say about their off-road tires. I was specifically asking about their KM2s, and they told me the same thing, that if you have a tire failure and you tell them that you aired down their tires, their warranty is void as well. So the only difference between a new tire manufacturer like BF Goodrich or any mainstream tire and Treadwright is that Treadwright states that portion of their warranty on their website, and that's why they get a lot of flack for it. Does that mean that you cannot air down these tires and they will just fall apart? No, I don't think so. I haven't actually had a chance to air them down that low. The reason I haven't is because I was aware of that discrepancy in their warranty and a lot of flack they get in the off-road community from people who say, oh, you can't air down these tires, Treadwright's garbage, etc. So I did the entire Utah trip, including all the wheeling, aired up to 35 psi. And it was a bumpy ride, I will tell you that, because the tires were so stiff. But they were actually surprisingly grippy aired up, and I got everywhere that everybody else did. And I'm open differential front and back in this Jeep right now. So that was actually pretty surprising to me. The only thing that, let's see, what can I point out about these tires? One of them in particular, there's a little bit of a thing with the sidewall going on that I might as well show you since we're talking about it. But these tires will have an extensive review. See, I can't even see it. It's not that big of a deal. Let's see. Where is it? Right here. Yep. Alright, I don't know if you can see that. Right here, there's a little bit of a bubble in the sidewall. And I'm not sure if a bubble's the right term. It doesn't move or anything like that. It's just a little deformity in the sidewall there. But like I said, I've put 4,000 miles on them. Haven't had any issue at all. And I did talk to Treadwright about it. They said it could be any variation of things. But anyway, I'm just going to keep running them. And if I have any issues with them at all, you guys will definitely be the first to know. But as of this point, I haven't found them excessively noisy on the road or anything. And I'm pretty impressed with them for being a remold tire. They're working really good. Okay, well, let's just kind of get to a walk around, show you what's going on. Alright, so this bumper, this is a front bumper from Victory. This is their XJ modular bumper, the only one like it on the market, except for it's not on the market. It's been about 1.5 years now, and it's still not on their website. So I added a little bit of a stick out here. I had to take the ends off because they were also hitting the tires on the trail, which thankfully, due to the modular design, I was able to just unbolt them, which was super convenient. But like I said, this bumper, as far as I know, as of the date of this video, is not available on their website. So I was able to unbolt those. I had to add this before leaving the shop. I bolted this winch on literally about 2:30 or 3 in the morning of the trip. It was a huge crunch to get this thing done and ready. So literally slapped the rough country winch on there out of desperation, and I did use it in Utah, so I'm grateful I got it on there. The front axle is my retubed Dana 44 from a 78 F-150. All the parts down here, all the heim joints up there on the track bar, the GM 1-ton rod ends, the white link steering, all the tubes, everything, that's all RuffStuff specialties, and it's working just fine. We have custom links down here. They are really long, really nice. Custom crossbar as well that the links go to. This is not a permanent setup. It's a semi-permanent setup, but I need to do more reinforcing of the unibody. I had to weld a little bit there, but there will be more on that later. Again, in the back here, Ford 9-inch from the 78 F-150 as well. Full disc brake conversion from RuffStuff Specialties, and I do not have any proportioning valve on the brakes or anything like that. I just put them in. The brakes might have a little bit more of a favoring towards the rear without the proportioning valve, but honestly I can't really tell, and they work damn good. Full truss in the back of rough country springs, and these are just run-of-the-mill wheels from summitracing.com, and rock rings from Rock and Road Performance that I welded on and sanded, and just custom made roof rack up there. I routinely transport a couple items on my roof that are real wide, and that's why these crossbars have to be that wide. They do unbolt. I just made a pretty simple little connection here out of some tube. Just cut some tube, welded some plates on it, and that was that. Works really good. I rolled a large radius into the top there just so it would match the roof a little bit better. And then down here on both sides I have some rock sliders that I made, just kind of my own design here. Nothing particularly fancy other than they got this cool little pop out, which actually works really good. It works not only as a step to get up to the roof, but it actually kicks you away from rocks or trees if you're sliding along something kind of like this. And I've actually contacted these stick outs. Let's see if I can get closer here so you can see that. I've contacted both these stick outs on both sides here on a tree, same tree, coming in and then going back out. They do work. They just shift the whole side of the Jeep over away from the obstacle, and they don't really stick out too far at all, and I'm pretty happy with them. Alright, well that's pretty much it for the quick walk around. The next video you see from me is going to be a comprehensive review on the Treadwright tires, B2B to remolds, the Claw mud terrains. That's what these are, and I'm pretty impressed with them, so look for a positive review, and that will be my next video. After that, I'm going to jump right back to the videos on putting this Jeep together, how it all went down, and we're going to go from there. So I really appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you following along on Project Green Machine. It's been quite a fun build to do, even though it happened so quickly, and we'll get into that as well. Oh, I forgot to mention, in that 6 days we also dropped the entire drivetrain except for the engine. I swapped out my clutch for a brand new one, put in a different transfer case, and a couple other things too, all in that same 6 days. Oh yeah, and a rear main seal, and probably some other stuff I'm forgetting. So it was a busy 6 days. But anyway, alright guys, that is it. I'm gonna get back to enjoying the Oregon woods here and leave you to it. Thank you. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Much appreciated. See you in the next video.